You believe hard work is the answer. You've been told your whole life that if you just push harder, sacrifice more, discipline yourself better, you'll break through. And yet here you are, exhausted, frustrated, still stuck. Here's what I've found after watching hundreds of high performers. The stuck feeling isn't coming from laziness. It's not that you're not trying hard enough. It's something else entirely. And once you understand what it is, everything changes. Most people think being stuck means they need to work harder. So they do. They add another hour to their day. They cut sleep. They say no to rest. They push through fatigue and doubt. And they get more stuck, not less, more. The problem is that nobody ever told you what hard work actually is. We've been sold a lie about it, and that lie is costing you everything. Here's the real problem. Hard work has two completely different meanings, and we treat them the same. One kind of hard work moves you forward. It's challenging, yes. It requires focus and discipline, but it flows, it feels aligned. When you're doing this kind of work, you're tired at the end of the day, but you feel it in a good way. You know you moved something, you can see the progress. The other kind of hard work? It's just friction. It's swimming upstream. It's pushing against a door that's locked. And the harder you push, the more the door resists. This is where you are right now. I know because I've been there. You're working hard against resistance instead of working with reality. Think about it for a second. When you try to force someone to agree with you, what happens? They push back harder. When you try to force a habit to stick by sheer willpower alone, what happens? It collapses the moment your willpower dips. When you try to force a business idea that the market doesn't want, how many years do you waste? All the effort amplifies the resistance. That's biomechanics, that's physics. It's not your fault. You were just never taught this. But that's not all. Here's where it gets deeper. The ancient Chinese had a word for this, Wu Wei. It's usually translated as non-action or effortless action. Most people hear that and think it means doing nothing. That's the first mistake. Wu Wei doesn't mean laziness. It means this: do only what's necessary. In the direction, reality is already moving. A master martial artist doesn't overpower an opponent. He reads where the opponent's force is going and redirects it. He uses 10% of his energy and gets 10 times the result. That's Wu Wei. That's not laziness. That's precision. That's intelligence applied to effort. Most high performers never learn this. They're trapped in Stoic thinking, pure discipline, pure willpower, pure pushing. Control what you can control, accept what you can't. That's the Western model. And yes, it builds resilience, but it doesn't build flow. It doesn't build effectiveness. It builds burnout dressed up as virtue. There's a reason so many CEOs and entrepreneurs hit a wall. They've been grinding, they've been forcing, they've been fighting against every obstacle with raw determination. And at some point, that model breaks. Not because they're weak, because the model was always broken. So here's the hidden reason you're stuck. You're spending your force against friction instead of dissolving the friction. Imagine you're trying to open a door. The Stoic approach, push harder. The Western hustle culture approach, push all day and night. But what if the door is locked? What if you're pushing against the hinges? You can push for 10 years and never get through. The Taoist approach, stop pushing, look at the door. Is there a key? Is there a window? Is there another door? Can you understand why the door is locked and work with that instead of against it? This applies to everything. Why is your business not growing? Maybe it's not because you need to work harder. Maybe you're selling something nobody wants, or in a way nobody trusts, or at a price nobody accepts. The hard work isn't selling harder. The hard work is getting honest about what's actually blocking you. Why can't you stick to that habit? Maybe it's not because you lack discipline. Maybe the habit is fighting your actual biology, your schedule, your environment. The hard work isn't forcing yourself. The hard work is redesigning the system so the habit becomes inevitable. Why is your relationship struggling? Maybe it's not because you need to try harder to be right. Maybe you're swimming upstream against what your partner actually needs. The hard work isn't convincing them, it's understanding them. Notice what shifts when you ask these questions. The work doesn't disappear, but it changes direction. Instead of force against resistance, it becomes precision toward alignment. Instead of willpower against yourself, it becomes collaboration with reality. And here's what you need to feel in your body right now. Notice your chest. Are you clenched? Are you pushing? That's resistance. Now imagine standing in front of something you genuinely want, without forcing it, without desperation, just clear, aligned intention. Your chest opens, your breathing deepens, your nervous system settles. That's the difference between hard work that sticks and hard work that exhausts. The ancient masters understood something we forgot. They knew that when you stop resisting what is, obstacles start to dissolve. Not because you're giving up, because you're no longer multiplying the friction by fighting it. You're applying your intelligence to moving around it, through it, or with it. Most people are trapped in a loop. They feel stuck, so they push harder. The push creates more friction. The friction makes them feel more stuck, so they push even harder. This is what burnout looks like. This is what exhaustion looks like. And it's not because they're not working hard enough. It's because they're working hard in the wrong direction. Here's what happens when you understand this. You don't work less. You work different. You apply the same intensity and discipline you had before, but with direction. You stop pushing and start reading. You stop forcing and start dissolving. A CEO I worked with was trying to scale his business through raw effort. Longer hours, more sales calls, harder pushing. He was burning out. Once he understood this, he asked one question: what's actually blocking growth? Turned out it was his pricing model. He was underpriced and attracting the wrong clients. One conversation with a pricing consultant, one adjustment. Suddenly the business scaled without more effort. Same intensity, different direction. That's Wu Wei. That's what the hidden reason reveals. You're not stuck because you're weak. You're stuck because your hard work is being applied to resistance instead of to dissolution. The solution isn't more willpower. The solution is rerouting that willpower toward what's actually blocking you. So here's the new understanding: hard work doesn't fail you. Misdirected hard work fails you. Effort applied against friction multiplies. Effort aligned with reality multiplies exponentially. The moment you get this, you start asking different questions. Not, how do I push harder? But what am I fighting? Not, how do I force this? But what if I stopped resisting? Not, how do I outlast my competition? But what direction is the market actually moving? You don't become lazy. You become intelligent. You don't give up. You redirect. You don't stop working. You start working with instead of against. This is how the best performers I know operate. They work intensely. but they work in alignment. They have discipline, but they direct it toward removal of friction, not amplification of force. The stuck feeling you have right now, it's not a sign to push harder. It's feedback. It's your system telling you something is misaligned. The question isn't whether you're working hard enough. The question is whether you're working in the right direction. That changes everything. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, and keep it simple. See you tomorrow.